Hey everybody, it's Pat from Everything RV by Pat. Check this out. I'm at Blue Dog RV here in Las Vegas, and we are looking at a free solo FLAV. Stick around. Okay, so like I said, we're here at Blue Dog RV in Las Vegas, and I wanted to show you this new to the market. This is a free solo FLAV, FLAV, and honestly, I have no idea what that stands for. Um, but basically, it is a teardrop camper without the clamshell kitchen in the back. And I'll show you on the other side what it looks like. But looking at this side, we're going to start off with the uh, with the with the numbers. I'll put this on the screen for a second or so you can check it out. With this one, okay. So starting at the front, like I said, this is a free solo. It has one canister for propane, a 20-pound tank. It has the 7-pin adapter. It does have its own set of brakes. It has a rack for gear on the front. All of this can be changed and rearranged. There's lots of people on YouTube that are changing these around. They'll put different combinations of boxes, a second propane tank, electric jack on the front, all of the different things that you might see. I've seen people with front jacks on all of the Bushwhackers. This is a Braxton Creek company. It is exclusive. The free solo name is exclusive, according to our sales guy Jamie, for Blue Dog RV. And Blue Dog RV is a company that has several dealerships around the country. Um, Taking a look, it has a very aggressive 15-inch five lug wheel, with tread out on the sides, so it's not going to get punctured by rocks and branches and sticks as easily. I'm sure it can get punctured, but not nearly as easily as something you're going to drag down the road with just a radial trailer tire. Um, it it is one of the only brands that has these steps getting in and out of the camper, and I really like those. They're kind of a rock guard, so to speak, but they're very functional. It's an aluminum step. Um, Back here in the back, you see all of the stuff. Um, what you're looking at, first of all, is a heater. It does have its own onboard heater. It has a water heater. It has a 24-gallon water tank that you can travel with it. I don't know that many people would want to put 24 gallons of water in their tank and then, which is at the back, and run down the road with it. I think that might make it a little weight heavy in the back. Um, but it has a freshwater fill. It has a city water fill. It has an outdoor shower with hot and cold running water. At the rear, you see the stabilizer. And then here off the edge is the 30 amp power connection. Up here on the side, this is the backside of the the air conditioning unit. It's a 110 AC. You have to be connected to be able to run the AC unit. And then above it, the two white things are the vents for the exhaust for the air conditioning unit. Now, above, you see that it has a roof rack. I'll get up there and get a better look at it in just a second. And a TV antenna. Moving around the back, and just in comparison, this is the OG, which is very similar to a video that I did, and I'll put a link here in the upper right-hand corner of the screen for you. A review of this particular type camper. This is the Free Solo. This is the OG. I guess that's an off-grid. And in comparison, you see the tire. This is just a radial, and it doesn't have the aggressive pattern. This is a Westlake. Back to the one I've been looking at. It's a little dirty. Don't mind the dust. That you're going to get it dusty when you take it out on the trail anyway. But this is where the clamshell kitchen off the back would normally be. It's not here. Where is the kitchen? Oh, by the way, and while we're here in the back, license plate holder does not hang down too far, but probably hangs down just a little bit. If you were to drag it, it might just flip it up, bend it a little bit. You just bend it back down, whatever. But you see the on the back, you have the two rear stabilizer jacks. Those are hand cranks. And you have an 1.5 inch receiver hitch for basically exclusively a bike rack. Although you can find attachments for things such as an outdoor potty, or an outdoor table, or swing, or sling, or something like that, I think is what it's called. But I do have a video on a toilet that would attach to that real easy. I'll put a link up there in the upper right hand for you as well. Now over on this side, this is the alternative to the clamshell kitchen. Inside, you see the 12-volt plug. That's where you would sit your coffee maker, right here on this shelf. Run it by 12 volt. This is bolted to the shelf. I do not have the legs down, but it does have legs. Right now it's not very sturdy, but this is an Elite Series by Suburban griddle. The griddle top is in the cabinet inside, as Jamie, our sales guy, said. Anything that's not bolted down around here tends to walk away. I get that. But the sink functions off of this sprayer port on the outside. And here also you have 110, and there's the sprayer port. The sprayer port connects there, out around to the front of this, and you have water right here in the sink. Now the sink just drains straight out to the bottom. It has this connection that would screw on the bottom. You can connect that to a 1-inch rubber hose, run it off into a bucket, or run it off into a tree ring or something like that. When you're not using it, this folds down and you have more surface. And again, there's legs that I don't have stuck to the ground, and then they just level out to the ground to keep it more steady. I like this. I really like this version. One thing that I do think that I would change, and Braxton Creek, if you're listening, this thing needs to be turned around. The controls need to be on this side. You come out on this side, you've got this fender, has a good shelf, your sink, your controls need to be on this side, because you're going to be wanting to stand here under the included rain tarp, shade tarp, when you're cooking. I just think, and I think it would be a real easy switch. There's 4 bolts. You just unbolt it, turn it around, and bolt it right back down. I just think that makes more sense. Although and you see the propane hookup is right there. Basically, the only thing that propane is used for is, well, I'm sorry, this propane is used for this, the cooktop, and the gas furnace or the propane furnace inside. Outside, and again, it does have two doors. There is a speaker, two doors. Again, the tires. It's got the green cap on there indicating that these are filled with nitrogen. Although I don't know why anybody does nitrogen at all for any reason. Now here's the really cool thing about this, and they took my advice from my previous video, and what did they do? They took the exact same refrigerator that I was looking at in my earlier video. This is an Insignia, a 12-volt refrigerator. This runs off of your battery, and they put it up here in the front. So you have a magnetic latch cabinet, and right there you have your refrigerator. So when you're off on the trail, when you're out on your trip, you need to stop, you need to get yourself a cold beverage. Come right here, and voila, you've got yourself access to the refrigerator. And now here again, mistake that I would definitely change, and it's something that can be easily done. Pull this out. I'd put the refrigerator open this way. It just makes sense that it would open this way, closer to your kitchen. Just a little change, but not a bad deal. It is cool though. A 12-volt fridge, not a slam latch. Now here you see the doors all have these plastic pieces that will latch open like so. But definitely a very, very cool addition to their lineup from Braxton Creek. Okay, let's look up above on the roof. All right, I'm running out of daylight here. But up here on the roof, it's the same material that is here on the front cap. It wraps all the way around front to back, zero seams. It does have Dicor self-leveling seal on everything. A roof rack, and on the side of the roof rack is the awning. What you see here is a Max Air hood vent fan. It is the plastic or PVC, and you could put a hood cover on it if you so chose. Back in the back there is a television antenna for over-the-air receiving. I do not believe that I would ever use the antenna for any reason whatsoever. Anyway, this is the free Solo. Okay, real quickly before we get inside, LED marker light or side lights on the side. I don't believe that the running lights are LEDs, but I don't know. I think those are conventional. But here, when you are parked, your porch light is LED. Now, we do not have light in here, so maybe I'll turn on my light. Okay, got the light on now. So, just coming in from the front door, this is the front of the unit. You can see you have this nice, long, and one of my pet peeves, guys, is when somebody says the word nice on YouTube. Unbelievable. And what do? I say nice all the time. Okay, so above, first thing, you see the bolts for the roof rack. That sticks through. I would probably get some kind of white paint those white, but that's just me. In the front, though, about a 32-inch deep shelf unit, and easily the length of my forearm, so about 1.5 feet from the ceiling to the shelf. And at the front, we have USB, and then the heater vent. We have the light switch for the lights. You have speakers, a radio here, but this is what's really neat about this one. You've got an enormous cave of a storage unit. What you can't see is that from the front edge here, where the pads are, it drops down 9 inches, and then from the front to the back, that's 26 inches. From the front to back. So you got this enormous amount of storage up here in the front, an access panel for the backside of your refrigerator. Coming on in, taking a look around out the door. Here you have a TV backer plate. So if you did decide to install a TV, it could be right there up above. That is the cable inlet from the television antenna. So you run that down to your antenna. Down here you have a 110 plug, another 110 plug. Over here you have your switches for gas, electric. You have another switch. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure if that's the water pump or what, but we do not have electricity, so I can't figure out which. There's 3 on-off switches in here, and I can't figure out which is which. One's for the house lights, one has to be for the water pump, and one has to be for the exterior lights, and I'm just not sure which is which. And with all things Braxton Creek, you can kind of see there's a little bit of just little different things that where the quality may not be 100% perfect, but you're not paying for the 100% perfect in the quality department. What you're paying for is the big teardrop with storage. Now you can see their price here at Blue Dog in Las Vegas right now, right before Thanksgiving. Their new price is $18,985, so $19,000, and you get this enormous amount of wardrobe. I would imagine this would be wardrobe, dunnage, bedding, etc. storage back here. Okay, and then here is your air conditioning unit. It's mounted solidly inside, and with the exhaust vents to the outside, where it has settings of low cool, high fan, and low fan. And it is strictly for either bringing air or moving the air or cooling the air. Now up above, I'm going to try and do this without making you all sick. Up above, there is your max air vent fan. It's got the full on fan with high, medium, low, and a manual crank to lift the top open. It has 2 lights inside the cabin and the fire alarm. And there is for your heat, your thermostat. And again, one of the 3 switches, on-off switches inside. Now, laying down in this, You see my head is touching the cabinet. I have plenty of space between my feet. I'm 5'6". This is a what you would call a RV queen. It's 78 inches long, 56 inches wide, and has two different sections of mattress. Again. All right, last thing before I close this up, we have a floor with storage, and in here you find your sprayer nozzle, your electric, and your propane for the front kitchen. You also have storage here, and down here is where you're going to find the cast aluminum griddle surface and storage. There's an identical storage underneath the other mattress for different things. Now, it's been suggested that it would be real easy to pull these sticks out, and underneath is the carpeted floor. If you wanted to put a 10-inch foam mattress in here or a trifold, you could put up to a 10-inch mattress in here. You would lose these things, but you would have to store them up in here. So that's the gist of the inside. Again, $18,995 is the price here at Blue Dog. I'd like to thank Jamie, our salesperson here at Blue Dog RV of Las Vegas, for letting me show you today the free Solo FLAV, FLAV. If you do come in and take a look at it, ask for Jamie H. He's my sales guy. Come to Vegas. He's right off of I think this is the 515. And get yourself one of these free Solo FLAVs right down here in Las Vegas. And thank you for tuning in to Everything RV by Pat. We're running out of light, but that's okay. We're in Las Vegas, so it's going to light up really quick. This has been Everything RV by Pat, the free Solo FLAV at Blue Dog RV. And if you liked what you saw, give a look at one of these. But either way, thanks for watching, and get out and enjoy the world around you. Bye for now.